Hello, everybody. Welcome to the talk. This is Big Freedia talking about God Save the Queen Diva, her new memoir that just came out. And sorry, I'm getting a little echo here. Okay, my name's Eno. I'm with Red Emma's. We're a bookstore and restaurant cooperatively owned in Baltimore. And if you if you live in the city, want to get the book, you should come this weekend to our holiday market. Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 6. We'll have the book there. We'll have a lot of books, and we love seeing y'all faces. So I'm going to turn it over to our moderator, Amy Reed, who is wonderful and is in chiffon and girl power. And yeah, take it away, Amy.
Hey everybody, my name's Amy and I'm representing Girl Power tonight, which is myself and Pangelica, my better half. But she couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately, so I'm representing for the two of us. And if you don't know about Girl Power, we are a platform that strives to elevate the visibility of women, femmes, LGBTQ identifying artists and performers. And we curate everything from fashion shows to our infamous drag show called Sweat. And we're both musicians, so we are super excited to be sitting down with the icon of bounce music from New Orleans, Big Freedia. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to be here in celebration of your book release, God Save the Queen Diva. And so just jumping right in addition to music, you do so much more as an artist. So would you mind just introducing yourself and how you define what you do?
Well, my name is Big Freedia. I'm a music artist from New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been doing music for about 20 years. I have traveled around the world and make people familiar with the culture of bounce music. And, I'm responsible for, you see everybody twerking around the world right now. So I have been on this journey of, continuing to teach people about New Orleans and the culture of bounce. And, I'm grateful to be doing what I do.
And we love it too. Could you tell us a little bit more about this book and why you wrote it and why you wanted to tell the story?
Well, God Save the Queen Diva was, my book that I decided to write when I got the opportunity to write the book. And it presented itself. I wanted to do something that would help to bring my story to the world. People were very familiar with me already with just keeping up with me with, seeing my TV show on Fuse, Big Freedia Bounces Back. And, the book gave them an opportunity to know me a little bit deeper and to be able to get the stories that I couldn't put all in the TV show and that everybody couldn't, they was getting little pieces and pieces here and there, through interviews and through everything else. But the book I was able to take them on this emotional journey with me with this book and just enlighten them on the things I went through as a kid and, growing up to be a young adult and then to an adulthood. It takes them on my musical journey. It takes them on the journey of my relationship with my mom and losing my mom. It takes, the game and what I had to face to get in it and the transition from gospel to bounce. It talks about variations of things that has went on in my life. I didn't write this book to be all peaches and cream. I wrote this book to tell the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the in between, and so that people can get an opportunity to really see who I am and the struggles that I face and the adversities, and also, hopefully that these stories will inspire somebody out there in the world who's struggling to still find themselves. They may be a mom who's not comfortable with her child being gay. It might be somebody in a music career that's looking to pursue their career. And hopefully my book is that inspiration that can help them know that one day they'll have a story as well.
That's awesome. Speaking of not being all peaches and cream, you talked a lot in this book and in your new documentary, Freedia Got a Gun, about the impact of gun violence in communities and in New Orleans specifically. So I was
Yeah.
wondering if you could maybe tell us about your activism.
Yeah, I mean, I I did this documentary, Freedia Got a Gun, for so many reasons. One being that I lost my brother to gun violence recently, in 2018, and I also was shot myself to gun violence. I also lost a lot of family and friends to gun violence. I lost a lot of people in New Orleans that I know was affected by gun violence. We still seeing tons of gun violence here in New Orleans. And this documentary is a chance to, get the message out there and let them know that this is just not a local issue. This is a bigger issue, a national issue that's happening all around the world, and that needs our attention and needs to get into the right hands and government officials. So I'm just trying to continue to make the message, big and bold, so that people can see what some of these kids facing, um, and try to help them to have a better future and to have a safe haven and a safe community that they can grow up and live in without feeling like they'll be shot. So, still trying to get the message out there and still trying to make a change with some of the things that we see right in front of our own eyes.
Amazing. It's interesting talking a lot about just like the good and the bad of music career and everything in between, and just living in a city. And I've been to New Orleans a few times. It's one of my one of my favorite cities to perform in, because energetically, I do feel like there are some similarities between Baltimore and New Orleans.
Almost definitely.
Yeah, just in terms of our challenges, and also just like the amazing music energy that comes out of here too. We're a dancing city and we're not afraid to cut loose.
Yeah, they goes down when I come to Baltimore.
Yes. I was just wondering, what keeps you in New Orleans and excited about it? And is there any music, food, movements, people, anything going on there that you're currently excited about?
Well, I mean, what keeps me in New Orleans is, I guess, just being born and raised here. And, my family's here, all of my friends are here. Just the spirit of New Orleans, it keeps me here. Definitely the culture, the music, the food, the people, it all plays a big part. And there's no place like home. And I love New Orleans. New Orleans is what helped build me to be who I am. They were my biggest supporters in the music game. And I just love home. I'm always traveling and on the road. So I get to come back home and just know, this is home and this is where everything is. And this is my neighborhood corner store. And, this is where I grew up. So it's home. It just feels right, and it feels good.
It's awesome. And as you said before, you have brought bounce to Baltimore. I have an amazing memory of you performing probably like at this point, I want to say like 8 years ago, I'm not sure, but it was at a venue cafe called Golden West. They don't have shows there anymore, but you just had people like on tables, in my memory, like on the ceiling upside down, but you just had everybody dancing.
Usually how I go.
Yes, it was amazing. And then again at Pride in 2017. And I'm just curious to know, since we are also proud of our city, what you thought of Baltimore, and if there were any highlights during your performances, if you remember anything.
I mean, I love Be More. We have, like you said, we have a lot of similarities with the music. Y'all do like crunk music as well, and y'all always dancing and moving of the body parts. And so, New Orleans have a lot of similarities with Baltimore. And when I came, I mean, every time I come, I have a friend there, TT the artist, and um, when I come there, it's just a party. It's a great time. The people come to lay their hair down. They come to party and dance. And it's always just good vibes. I've never had any issues when I've came there. And hopefully when COVID is over, I'll come back and return and we turn up again.
That's what we were hoping to hear. We miss you.
Yes, I miss it too.
um, So beyond your music career, although it's obviously intertwined, you also have a TV show. So I was wondering if you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about Big Freedia, Queen of Bounce.
Yeah, so Big Freedia Queen of Bounce was a TV show that I had for 6 seasons, and it was through Fuse, and World of Wonder was the production company, and it was a chance to take Bounce to the world. That was my big debut for Bounce to go to the world when I had this TV show. And you got to see me elevate, throughout the whole entire seasons. You got to see me and my team grow. You got to see my performances grow and change and elevate to a newer height. You got to see, my relationship with my family and my lover. It was a great opportunity for me to um, put me and my people all around me on a platform to get exposure for bounce music and for the culture of New Orleans. And I had fun. It's over now. We don't have the show any longer, but it was fun while it lasted.
Very cool. And just a personal question for me, and I'm sure other people wonder this too, but is there any music that you're listening to currently that you're excited about or that's helping you get through quarantine?
Well, so when COVID first started hitting, I would do the music that really got me through was I did gospel brunch on every Sunday. I started my little cooking thing on Sunday, and I did What You're Cooking Wednesdays. So, like on Wednesday night, I would listen to like all New Orleans hip hop and bounce music and kind of let everybody party with us and, turn up with us on Wednesday while I'm cooking something. And on Sunday, I would do the gospel music where everybody would listen to gospel music. I would cook a brunch and, show people what I'm creating in the kitchen. And, I did that for many, many months just to entertain my fans. But currently, right now, I am working on the Christmas album that will be dropping on December the 11th. And so I've been focusing on just my music. I'm actually done with the project now. So I'm actually steady listening to the Christmas songs so that when the time comes, I can be ready to perform them. Because I wrote them so long ago, a couple of months ago. Throughout this whole year and throughout the whole pandemic, I was writing the songs. So that's what I'm currently working on. Getting ready for Christmas once again. Just shot a video this week for one of the Christmas songs, and I'm excited about it. It's a great project. It's something new and funky and fresh. I came totally different. We elevated the production and just everything about it. And I'm excited to bring some joy and happiness into people's house for the holidays once again.
Yeah, so we need that. I can't wait till that comes out. I love a good
Yeah,
Christmas album, so I will definitely be getting that.
yeah.
And actually, you mentioned your cooking show, which I tuned into a couple of times. I wanted to know what some of your dishes were on your cooking show, and if
I
like
mean, it could be anything from smothered okra to smothered pork chops to fried chicken to cornbread dressing to bell peppers to mac and cheese. I mean, like whatever. I had so many dishes, pasta, you know, it the menu is very big and it will be all in the cookbook when it comes out.
amazing. Um, just moving along, a quick announcement. If anybody has a burning question, we do have time for Q&A from the audience, so feel free to drop it in the comments or in the chat rather, and we will try to ask your question. Moving right along. So if folks haven't been following you since the beginning of your career, they've most definitely heard your voice in like Beyonce tracks and Drake and other mainstream artists. And I was just wondering how that makes you feel to hear your voice as like a representative for bounce music in mainstream music, and if you feel like you were given proper credit for that.
It feels great, honestly, to have my voice on any of those projects. I'm very grateful and very humble. You know, a lot of my fans were very upset about me not being in them visually. But for me, it's another stepping stone to get, you know, the music out there to make people aware of who I am and the sound of bounce music and the culture of New Orleans. So, you know, it just was one step closer to becoming bigger and to becoming more into the mainstream light. I was, you know, I'm happy, I'm grateful, and that's all that really matters. That you know, over time, more and more people will know who I am, and more people started to learn my music and pick up on, you know, my sound. So I'm forever grateful for all the artists that I've worked with.
Awesome. I know we felt it in Baltimore recently with Cardi B's WAP. We had the Frank Ski sample in the background that's from Baltimore, and it was really exciting. So
Uh-huh.
people in New Orleans probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
And jumping off that, how do you maintain a balance between your personal life and being in the public eye?
Usually when I want to do something personal, I gotta be very low key and try to do mostly all of that stuff at home behind closed doors, you know, just at home so that it can be very personable. Because once you step outside, it's no more personable. Really, it's you know, I become back to a public figure, and so you know, people will come up to you, you know, in some of the weirdest moments, and all I have to do is just deal with it. And you know, we never want to turn the fans away and turn them down. So there's really no personal moments, really no more, unless I'm inside behind closed doors.
Makes sense. Um, so Rent is one of my personal favorite songs of yours of all time.
Mine too.
It's so good. And actually, a friend, this is a friend's question since we haven't gotten any from YouTube. So they wanted to know if you ever got the rent or if it's more of a metaphorical song.
No, I never got the rent, girl.
Got
I'm
it.
working on getting the rent.
Well, I hope that they finally give it to you.
You heard what I said, huh? You don't pay no rent. Shit. It's real, honey.
True. Well, it's a great track and a good way to deal with that, I guess.
Yes, it is. I felt it right in the middle of my heart.
Cool. And yeah, and you spoke a bit about your Christmas album. Super excited about that. And it's called Smokin' Santa Christmas, correct?
That's right.
Very cool.
And I'm smoking with Santa.
Yes. And you mentioned that it was kind of funky and fresh. I just wanted to know if you wanted to say any more about that or if there's any singles coming our way.
Yeah, the single is coming out on the 7th. The EP drops on the 11th, along with a video. And I'm just excited about it. Like I said, you know, a new way of creating, new production, new sounds, new, you know, whole new gimmicks of everything that we've done and put together. And I think it's just going to be fun for the holidays, something that we're going to bring joy into a lot of homes. You know, we're heating up the holidays. Yeah,
And we all need it right now.
we sure do. Because I'm over 2020.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long December, so this album might make it go by just a little bit quicker. Looks like we do have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Okay.
What are some ways as a musician have you been coping with the pandemic since touring? A major income source is cut off. Red Emma's bookstore, coffee house. Any advice to musicians trying to survive these times?
So you just have to relook at everything that you know you're dealing with. You have to relook at your finances. You have to be real with yourself and figure out what's coming in, what you could afford to spend, minimize. I had to restructure all of my stuff. I had to put myself on a salary, on a, you know, and really stick to my bills. I'm not spending like I would normally spend because most musicians, we do rely on touring, and most of our income does come from touring and being on the road. So me, I just have to restructure my whole life and all of my finances. And yeah, shit is crazy and shit is hard. And I can't wait to get back to work and really get on the road and make some money.
Definitely. Looks like we got another one that says, do you have any favorite parts of your book? Any parts that were especially fun to write?
Um, you know, just all of it, honestly, but just my childhood and bringing up all those memories that I had to reopen. Um, all of that kind of was a little bit tough, but it was, I wanted to take people on this emotional journey that the book is not all peaches and cream like they think it would be. It is factual stuff that happened to me and stuff that I went through. And hopefully the stories can help, somebody out there on their everyday life situation and knowing that if you work hard and be consistent, you may get knocked down a few times, but you got to keep on rolling and keep on pushing. And, no telling where you may end up or what may happen through it all.
So true. And if anything, 2020 has definitely taught us that. So I'm sure
Yeah.
people will definitely be able to relate to that.
Yes.
Well, I guess I think that we're so happy to have sat down with you, and thank you so much for sharing about your book, the amazingness that you are. And with that said, because touring is, not happening, all that stuff, support Big Freedia, go buy her book, go buy this Christmas album.
Yes,
Give it a
please.
gift for a family or friends. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor and a pleasure. I look up to you so much. So thank you.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. And hope to hang out with you when I come to Baltimore.
Yes, please do.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thanks so much, y'all. And thank you for everybody tuning in. That was Amy Reed in conversation with Big Freedia. Make sure to buy the book. There's a link in the description of the video where you can grab the book from Red Emma's. And if you're in town, come this weekend. Come hang out. We'd love to see you. All right, everyone, have a great night. And thanks for
guys.
joining.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.